Thank you for hanging out with me today. This is Cage848 and welcome back to Vane. Welcome to the end of October. I took another 2-week break where I did nothing but watch TV. I played this little handheld here that looks kind of like a PSP or something. I don't know. Actually, it looks kind of like a Steam Deck. I'm not really sure, but I've been playing a lot of it and it's been a lot of fun. So I've just been doing nothing but playing games, relaxing, and eating pumpkins. But it's time to get back to work, and we should be in the winter months pretty shortly. It's kind of weird, though. It's still 67 degrees outside. Yeah, 67 degrees on October 22nd. I don't know about that. I mean, I guess you could have a warm spell, but it's been pretty warm this whole October, so I'm not really sure. I would love to see some snow sometime soon. That's what I'm going for. All right, so what are we going to be doing today? We got a busy day ahead of us. The number one thing I'm going to do is restart the game because I can see that floating magazine behind me and it's making shadows and that's going to bother me. So let me restart the game really quick and then I'll tell you what we're going to be doing today. Okay, game's restarted and the bug is gone. Let me go ahead and put my clothes back on too. I always take my clothes off for that 2-week period because I want to be like, you know, I want to be comfortable. But it's time to put it back on. Wear firefighter gloves, wear respirator, wear. All right, so syringes. Okay, so here's the thing with the syringes. I did make myself sick. I gave myself the zombie infection when I drew blood last episode because the syringes, there's two kinds of syringes. Well, actually, they're all the same kind, but some of the syringes have the protective cap. Some of them do not. So let's take a look here at this place and syringe. Okay, so when you look at the syringe at the very bottom of its like stats, it says has protective cap. But some of them don't have, actually these all seem to have protective caps. I had one that didn't have a protective cap, so, you know, that might be the reason I got sick. So we're gonna take one of those. Let me see what I got. No syringe on me. All right, we're gonna take that. Has protected cap, should be good to go. All right, and what we're gonna do with this syringe is we are going to take our blood and we're gonna test our blood, see what blood type we are. Cage, how are you gonna see what blood type you are? Okay, so last episode, I was talking about blood test kits, and I came into one of these workbenches. A lot of people got confused with the way I worded this, and I understand why. So let me be clear. I was looking through here, and I was like, "Oh, blood test kits. I can't make them." Well, I wish you could make them, but you can't. I didn't mean the blood test kit schematic didn't exist. I meant I didn't have it. So like when I said you can't make it, I didn't mean you guys can't make it. I meant I can't make it because I didn't have the kit. People were like, "What do you mean? There's a schematic in the game. What are you talking about?" I was just, that's not what I meant. But the way I said it, it sounded like I was saying there's no schematic for the blood test kit, and that's not what I meant. And the reason I know there's a schematic for the blood test kit, not only you guys told me, but I have it. Yeah, someone was like, Cage, look at your document shelf, because I'm pretty sure you have it. So I do, and that's awesome. We're going to go ahead and read that, and then we're going to make a blood test kit. Blood test kit, look at that. We're going to use syringe, plastic case. All right, let's just do this. We gotta go up and get another syringe because I'm gonna need one to take my blood. Well, actually, do I need one to take my blood? So when you make the blood test kit, does it? Well, I guess I can find out. I'm not even gonna ask. Let's just make one and see how it works. Because there's two ways it could work. You can make the blood test kit, and then you need a syringe to take your blood, and then put it into the blood test kit to find out your blood type. Or the blood test kit comes with its own syringe. I'd imagine it does because it uses one. So, all right, plastic casing. Go, and we're gonna need a heavy stapler. We're gonna use a nail gun for our. All right, why not? Why not? Can we make it on our character? I didn't think so. You can't make much on your character. That's fine. That's what these workbenches are for. All right, so let's just do this. Is there any way to bring all of the marked things to the top of the window? I don't think so. Okay. That's fine. Not a big deal. Plastic casing and nail gun. And the syringe is already in there, right? So, syringe is not in there. Okay. Never you mind. There we go. Blood test kit. So the fact that it takes a syringe probably, I mean, it would be weird for a blood test kit not to have a syringe. Like, it feels like something you would include in a kit. So, I thought the blood test kit would be just, I kind of imagined it as a microscope with a little glass slide, you know, like the ones Dexter used to keep his victim's blood. And then you take the blood from a syringe, put it on that, and then that's the blood test kit. But no, it definitely comes with a syringe, which, you know, makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. All right. Blood test kit. All right, let's go ahead and save the game in case I do something wrong. Let's remove all pins. There we go. And, all right, gives you awareness of your blood type. Use. Okay, that's it. I didn't get any infections. I mean, I'm not, like, sick or anything. I mean, we're not sick right now. And let's see our blood type. We are blood type A positive? It's A positive, right? That's how you say it, not A plus. Come on, guys. I'm not A plus blood type. I'm S plus. I'm S tier blood type. Hey, my guy's starting to. Oh, that's right. He always looks thin there. So the cool thing about my guy is he didn't really get fat. He got muscular. Because he doesn't look fat as he's getting heavier. He just looks muscular, which is nice. And that makes sense because you would be doing a lot of activities that. Ooh. I'm just making sure I have everything on. Yeah, I do. You would be doing activities in the apocalypse that would build up your muscles. Like, you wouldn't just be getting fat because you'd be doing so many things. So, all right. Also, I did put my walls the right way. One of these walls was backwards, so I had to, you know, take care of that. So the walls are all facing the right way. That's awesome. Let me look at my list of things I wanted to talk about today. All right, so somebody said at the Brushy Knob Cave there is something interesting behind a false wall. So I'm assuming Brushy Knob, that's over here somewhere, right? Highlands. Darn it, I found it earlier. There it is. So this cave right here, I'm assuming they mean this cave right here. Now, I know there's a cave in this area that I broke through a wall. I'm not sure if it was this cave or not. So that's a cave I might want to check out. Also, somebody said, head to the top of the tree icon in Dannemora State Forest. I promise you'll be surprised. All right, so right here, I think I'm going to go for this. That sounds pretty interesting. I'm going to go for that today. I also need to plant some crops. I've got a list of things a list of things on my notepad here that I'm going over with you guys. When you get the zombie virus, you should put all your gear in a box before your character dies. I noticed a lot of people said this, and I don't think that's a good idea. I'm gonna tell you why. When you die, you lose a certain amount of stuff, but you also keep a certain amount of things. So, like, you know, if I dump everything, like all these weapons, all this armor, all these clothes, all these tools, I'll have to re-lock them and re-equip them and do all of that after I die. But, like, let's say I die and I lose 3 of my 6 clothes, right? Let's say the combat pack, the corrections officer shoes, and the firefighter gloves all drop on my corpse, but I keep the pants, the shirt, and the respirator. Well, when I go back to get my stuff, I don't have to mess around with the pants, shirts, or respirator. I only have to do the things that drop. So if you clear out your inventory, then you have to go through the whole thing again. And if you don't, then you only have to go through certain things when you go loot your body. So that's why I choose not to do that. All right. Okay, so a lot of people said code lock on armory and bedroom only. I agree with that. Also, they said the code locks are pretty cool because I'm going to take some of these enhanced locks. The reason the code lock... Oh, I'm going to need keys for all this stuff, too. Oh, no. Wait, how do I not have any keys? These were locked. I'm pretty sure I opened my door earlier. I don't understand how my keys went away. I don't know. I'm probably missing something obvious. Let's come up here and take a look really quick. Yep, there's no key. I have to find out where I put the freaking keys. That's the thing, though. I thought my keys were locked. I really don't know how they got out of my inventory. Hey, maybe when I died, I didn't lock the keys. I guess that could be the case. Anyway, the cool thing about the code locks is they can't be broken into. I mean, at least I don't think they can be broken into in this game. So if you put a code lock, I don't think another player could break into it. I could be wrong about that. And that's what's good about them. You know, but in real life, you'd be able to get past code locks. You know, I've seen it in movies. I don't know. Maybe that's not realistic. The fact of the matter is, though, I'm just gonna put code locks on my armory and in my bedroom, and I thought that was a really cool idea, so I'm gonna do that now. But before I do that, I do need to find my keys. So let me go find my keys really quick. Okay, I have no idea where I put the key. I did find the key for the bedroom, but then I realized that I took the locks off. So when I install a lock, I'm gonna get a key for it anyway, right? So I guess it doesn't matter what happened to the key? I don't know. I'm just going to put this down right here for now. And let's see what happens when we put... Well, we're going to put a key code on these anyway, so I guess it really doesn't matter. Install lock. And there we go. Do I not have any code lock? There we go. I knew I had some because I took them off of other, you know, doors. So, close, lock, A48. Okay. All right. Feeling safer already. It's a good idea, though, guys. People are like, hey, just put the locks on those doors and you don't need any other doors. I'm like, you know what? As usual, that's a fantastic idea. We need to flip the lock here, right? Well, I guess we really don't have to because it's on both sides. 848. Okay, so we lock it like that, and then if we want to unlock it, gotta do that. Actually, I think this is going the right way. So from the inside, we could lock it without the key code and then unlock it. Okay, beautiful. All right, that's good. Take care of that and lock 848. I think in Rust they said like when you go to a door, and I think it's like this in 7 Days. Actually, I'm almost positive it works like that in 7 Days to Die. When you go to the door and you hit the number in for the code, the game remembers and you never have to do it again. I kind of prefer that. Although the key card thing is really cool too. That idea, I like that. Why are you leaving all the corpses down there? Because I'm trying to attract more hordes. So. Enhanced lock. All right, so this should give me a key. Whoops. Hey. Install lock. Let's make sure I don't have any keys on me. All right, I do not. So install lock. And then enhanced lock. Select. And that should give me a key. Yes, okay. So we need to label this. And we're going to label this, gate. Yeah, just gate. That's fine. All right, cool. And then we do the same thing over here. Install lock. And enhanced lock. Select. And then we should have another key. Graphical issues over there. Label and gate. It doesn't matter which one's which. Just, you know, make sure you have them on you. Lock them. I can't believe I lost my keys. I guess I can. It kind of... Oh, actually a lot of bodies out here. Hey, what's going on with you? There you go. Alright. So we're good there. Then we'll put one here. And enhanced lock. Select. We should have a key that's not labeled. And then we're going to call that gate door. Sounds good to me. Not that it really matters. You just put all gate. Or, you know what? It doesn't really matter what which keys are which. You could just put, you know, key. Don't keep this on you. And then you'll have it for all of your, you know, doors and stuff. But I do like labeling it. It's pretty cool. All right, lock that. Lock that. Lock that. Open this. Whoops. And install another lock. And enhance lock. Right. And then... the key we have, it's, yeah, I'm just going to label this gate door. Gate door. Okay, I like this. I like it a lot. Now let's come over here, and I guess this will be wall door. Sounds like wall door. Sounds like Waldo. Like, oh boy. Everybody else okay? All right. Looking pretty good. Install lock. I'd like to install my lock here without being freaking pestered. Thank you very much. All right, and that'll be Waldor. Waldor really sounds like a name. Waldor. It reminds me of Hodor from Game of Thrones. Unlock. All right, so these are all locked. Very good. Whoa, this one's not locked. Whoops. Dude, open the window. You know what? I'm going to take that back. The window should be closed. The lock doesn't do any good if someone could just reach over and, you know, screw with it. I'll just open the window when it's time to fight zombies. Okay, I'm going to put in one more lock right now, and then I'll do the rest off camera. Let's put one right here. Install lock. Enhanced lock. Select. And what is this? What would I call this door? Main room? No. Living area? Living area. Door. Why am I putting door after all of them? I don't know, because I want to. Alright, so lock that. Lock that. Lock that. Okay. Alright, that's pretty cool. The thing that sucks is, even though these are 0.1 pounds, like, you're gonna add some weight with these keys, which kind of blows, but I don't know. It's a small price to pay for security. So in the morning, we're gonna head out and go do some looting, and I'm going to plant some pumpkin seeds as well. Don't forget, I went through 14 pumpkins. Cage, what do you mean you went through 14 pumpkins? We know you just skipped the days ahead. What's up with that? I destroyed them. Just to give you a heads up. If I'm gonna pass time, I am not going to not throw away food, because if you pass 2 weeks and you don't throw away food, that's cheating. Now if you want to do that in your game, I don't judge. You play your game how you want to play. I don't think any less of you. But for me personally, that defeats the purpose of storing up for the winter. If you spend a lot of time storing up for the winter, and it's supposed to be like something you need to do in a realistic, immersive situation, then going 2 weeks without eating is just awful. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Again, not judging anybody. Like, you play your game your way. I would never, judge anyone for the way they play. But for me personally, that food needs to get eaten, or it kills the immersion. It kills the whole idea of having to store up for the winter. You know, and storing food for the winter is a really, really cool thing in this game. So, one other thing I want to ask you guys, and I think I know the answer, but just in case, if you guys can let me know, is there any way to get rid of the dirt on the walls or the mold or whatever this is? This is a game feature. It's meant to do this. Like, your walls and your ceiling, everything's going to get dirty. Some people say it's mold. I don't know why it would be moldy. I don't know. Maybe it could be moldy, but I don't know. I think what, like going through the summer without air conditioning would give moisture and make your walls moldy? I don't know. I guess it could be. I need to replace this as well, and I keep forgetting. I'll do it later. So, yeah, is there any way to clean it? I don't think there is. I've tried with a towel. Maybe you could spray paint it. Can you spray paint your walls? I tend not to mess with the spray paint because people told me the decals, when on a reload, they disappear. So I don't mess with the spray paint. But if you can spray paint it like the whole wall and make the wall blue or something, then I don't know, maybe that would stay. I don't think you can, but I'm gonna kind of mess around with it. We'll see. Yeah, see, it's just spray tag. You can't color the walls or anything. I'm gonna put spray tag over here. Let's see. Ooh, I could put that in my arcade. Pretty cool. Okay. How about... Oh my god. There you go. And it's side... Oh, hold on. Wait, how do you... Oh, there we go. Alright, like that. Okay, we'll see if that stays there. I don't think it will, but who knows? I haven't done a lot of stuff with spray painting. Okay, I think that brings us about up to speed. What we're gonna do is I'm going to organize my inventory, and then we are gonna come up here. Brushy... I don't know. No, Dannemora State Forest, was that it? Yes, there's something up here, and we need to check it out. But first things first, I need to get my inventory situated and sleep through the night. Just woke up. Oh boy, I gotta stretch. Yeah, these dirty walls, man. I don't like it. Did I ever hook up this sink? Yes, I did. All right, let's grab something to drink out of the sink. Then we're gonna grab some food, and then we are gonna get on the road. I might come home and do some more, base work today. I might not. I'm not really sure. Depends on what I find out in the world and if I can think of anything else I want to do today. Actually, I can think of some stuff I want to do today, but I don't know if we're gonna get to it. We'll see. Lots to do. Lots to do. 848. There you go. Who in the comment section can tell me where I came up with the number 848? Let me know in the comments. I've talked about it quite a lot, but I know I got a lot of new people on the channel, so people might not know. Alright, let's see what we got in here. This should be all good. Yep, industrial welder, sleeping bag, soldering iron. That looks good. Back here we have pickaxe, claw sword. I actually remembered to bring the waterproof headlamp. And that all looks really good. We just need to eat some food and then grab some food. I'll eat the food out of the fridge, grab food out of the refrigerator. Eat food out of the fridge, grab food from the freezer. There we go. Although I'm going to take some burnt pumpkins. All right, I still need to eat before I go, so I'm going to throw one of the... As people are asking me, can you use the microwave? You can't cook anything in the microwave as far as I know, but I can warm things up. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. And we're going to eat that before we go. I need to throw some stuff in the fridge as well. The reason I put stuff in the fridge, in case you haven't been watching every episode, is because the food in the freezer is frozen, and you can't eat it while it's frozen. So you got to throw it in the fridge. Fridge will keep it cold from spoiling, but not like forever, like it will in the freezer. It'll stay forever. It stays frozen. You can't eat it because it's frozen, and it'll stay forever. At least I think it's forever. In the fridge, it'll slowly decay, but very slowly, but it'll be, you know, edible. So, all right, we got hot burnt pumpkin. There we go. Trying to keep my satiation below 50% so I don't get fat. Although, like I said earlier, I don't think I'm going to get fat. I think I'm going to, why are those warm? I only put one in there. It's kind of weird. Hot. Frozen. Hot. Wait, what? I don't know, whatever. They'll freeze eventually. I don't even know why they're not frozen, but I only put one in the microwave. So none of them should be hot. Even if I took them out of the fridge, they wouldn't be hot. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but I'm not going to worry about it either. What we're going to do is we're going to hop in here. And I'm going to put those in the back. Yep. Hit the wrong hotkeys. And we're going to get out of here. Skeleton is just kind of standing there. He's cool. He's not hurting nobody. He's protecting my base for me. Unlock, unlock, open, open. Okay. Oh. Right. Lock, lock. I wonder if this game would be fun in PvP. I've been known every once in a while to PvP with the cage crew. Well, it's only happened once. We did it in 7 Days to Die. Some people loved it, some hated it. I was kind of like in the middle. The thing is, when I play PvP, I get like super nervous and jacked. Like my adrenaline like spikes so much that my hands like shake. I can't really aim. Like I get really pumped up with PvP. It's part of the reason I'm not good at it. There's two reasons I'm not good at PvP. Number one, I'm old and my gaming skills have deteriorated. And number two, and it's always been like this, even when I was younger, I just get too hyped and my hands get all shaky, and it's just, so I liked it, but at the same time, like the spike in adrenaline and stuff it wasn't comfortable. I didn't like that part of it, but I did pretty well in it, and it was, like when you play with friends, it's not so serious. You're just kind of just having fun. We had rules, like if you go on like Rust or something, and you're gonna play PvP on like, pretty much any game. Like, there's no rules. People are gonna murder you. They're gonna take all your stuff, and you're gonna be. This is my experience with Rust. Maybe you guys are good at it, but man, I would like. Actually, I wasn't bad at Rust. It was just, here's what would happen. And I played Rust from before it was even launched. I played Rust way early when no one even knew about the game, and it was fun when it was smaller. But the thing is, when you start getting more people, this was my experience in Rust. I would log on one day. I would, kind of go around avoiding people because I don't have anything good. I would avoid people, try and stay out of firefights. Maybe I'd get into some tangles. Maybe I wouldn't. I would gather some resources. I would make a little 1x1 or a 1x2 base, and then the day's over in real life. Like, I've been playing for hours, and I can't stay on all the time. So I would log off in my secure base. I would log on literally the next day. My base was blown up. I was dead. All my stuff was gone. And this wasn't one time. It was every single time I played. So, it's not... I don't know. I guess this is subjective, and you could disagree with me if you want. But it doesn't feel like proper PvP if you're not, like, fighting somebody for your stuff. Like, they weren't fighting me for it. They were stockpiling stuff to break into my base because they were playing 24/7. And then they just waited until I was gone, and then they came in and killed me and took all my stuff. And the worst part about it is I didn't have anything. I had a few pieces of wood, maybe a couple things of metal, and like not even any guns, maybe like some bows or something. So they didn't even do it for the loot because they didn't get anything good out of it. And they knew they weren't going to get anything good out of it because it was a little tiny base. They just did it to kill me, and it was just it wasn't fun. So we did Rust back a long time ago on the Cage Crew server, and we had rules, you know, like if you killed someone, you could only take like 1 or 2 items, something like that. Also, you couldn't raid people's bases unless they were warned. So we would have set raid times. So like we'd be like, okay, today at 5 p.m. in game, we're gonna go raid your base. Make sure you're there, because like raiding a base when there's no one there, how is that PvP? That's just boring. Like you're just sitting there beating on your walls with a hatchet or something, or maybe you have some dynamite, or I don't know. I don't remember exactly what you needed to get into the walls and stuff, but yeah, it doesn't really feel like PvP. It feels more like, I don't know, griefing. So, and I get it. Hey, that is PvP, Cage. That's what the game's all about. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I just, I liked it better with the rules. But the problem is when we did this series, everyone was yelling at us. They're like, that's not real Rust. Yeah, you can't warn people when you're coming. I'm like, man, you want them to be at the base though, don't you? Like, isn't that fun? Like you're attacking a base and like they're shooting out the windows and you're hiding behind trees and trying to kill them so you can get in there and take their stuff. That's fun. Going to an empty base and breaking in with a hatchet, I don't know, man. That's not fun for me. So, would this game be fun in PvP? I have no idea. I might think about trying it, but I'm going to tell you, though, there's a lot of people. We were playing 7 Days to Die we were playing PvP on 7 Days to Die that they didn't enjoy it. I don't think we had any rules about raiding people's bases, though. I don't remember. I know we had a rule if you kill somebody, you can only take like 1 or 2 items, and you can't like spawn camp people. Like, spawn camping is BS. Like, that's just awful. So if you kill someone, you have to give them a chance to go back and get their stuff and get out of the area. Stuff like that. And honestly, it just became a snipe fest. Like, all the machine guns were pointless. It was all sniper rifles. You gotta go perception, you know, stuff like that. But, yeah, I don't know. This game could be interesting PvP. The passcodes would be really cool. You know, and you can't destroy the walls. Even with explosives, it's not feasible to destroy the metal walls. Like, it's just not. Not even the wooden walls. Like, my wooden wall take like 100 damage from the explosives. Like, that's like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna throw 25 freaking dynamites at a wall? No, actually, it'd be 35 if it's 100 each. Throw 35 dynamites at a wall. I don't know. That seems kind of silly to me. All right, am I gonna have to get out of the vehicle to go to the top of this place? I don't know. I'm just kind of driving around it right now. It doesn't look like there's any kind of road going up there. Oh, maybe this little opening? Is this where they wanted me to go? They want me to go to the top of that tree. Alright, let's just see if we can drive up there. Stupid trees are in the way. I do have my axe, so I could chop them down if I needed to. Oh, it's the plane! Oh, so this is what you were talking about. You know what? This thing probably did crash, because people were like, hey, the plane should have crashed by now. It probably did. I just probably didn't see it, you know? All right, cool. Very cool. All right, let's look around. Just kind of looking for loot. And not seeing any. No loot box right here? Oh, is this the one where there's something in the cockpit? You can scavenge it? Oh, okay. Advanced tool. What are advanced tool parts for? I don't think I've ever needed them. Scavenge. Is that it? Well, it's pretty cool. It's a plane crash, but like the loot is kind of, I don't know. Maybe if you need those advanced parts. Like I said, I don't know anything you need advanced parts for. Okay, crash plane. All right, let's head over to the cave, the abandoned cave by the brushy knob, I guess. I'm not sure if that's the exact cave they're talking about, but they did say, let me read it one more time. At the brushy knob cave, there is something, yeah, so it says cave, brushy knob cave. That's not what this is called. But it's the only cave in the area. There's no question marks. Well, is this the brushy knob cave? No. It's a mine. That's a mine. No, it's gotta be this. Why'd that disappear? Man. Messed up. It's got to be this one. It's the only thing I can think of, unless there's another one in the area I'm not seeing. But we'll go check it out for sure. But we need to get out of here. Oh, my cell phone died. That's why that thing went away. Okay. Somebody was like, I don't know where I was reading it. I think it was in my comment section or something. They were talking about how the phones died, the phone batteries died too quickly. Yeah, I mean, if you carry around 4 batteries with you, though, you'll never have a problem. That's what I do. You probably don't even need to carry around 4 batteries, to be honest. Alright, so we can get out of here. There we go. Oh, almost. Almost made it out. Alright, so which way do we need to go? We need to go left. Alright, let's go this way. And then... Yep, keep going. Get out of here. Stupid fences. Those fences are always in my way, man. Hey, I'm driving here. We are in New York, right? I mean, I think this is upstate New York, though, but, you know, still. Keeping the spirit of being in the big city. I'm going to come to a proper road here soon. Pretty soon. Take a look. Yep, okay. We go until we can't go any farther, and then we make a right, I believe. Alright, farms. You know, when people think of New York and also New Jersey, they don't think of farms, but I grew up in New Jersey on a farm. There's a lot of farmland in New Jersey. It's like, but you don't think about that, you know? I mean, I think when most people think of New Jersey, they think of the Sopranos or Jersey Shore, and they probably don't think as much about, you know, how much farmland is in New Jersey. But yeah, I mean, it's called the Garden State, so I think that's because of the farmland. Maybe it should be called the Farming State, Garden State. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, grew up on a farm. It was pretty, you know, it was pretty interesting. I ended up like hating country music, and like I hated farm life because I don't know, I was a kid. I still don't like country music though, and I wouldn't want to live on a farm, but I don't like hate them. You know, I used to have a Honda 50 and dirt bikes and stuff. We'd like, you know, we had 17 acres, and then there was like trails in the woods and stuff you could drive down. They were they're called fire trails. They're basically so you know, people can get in. I get like if there's like a forest fire, they can get in there and put out the fire. But yeah, fire trails. They were really cool. And you ride the, you know, when you're a kid and you don't have a license, man, driving a dirt bike down a fire trail is like feels like freedom, you know. So yeah, it was all right. I didn't like it at the time. I think I grew up a little socially awkward because I don't think I got enough. Oh, damn it, I'm going the wrong way. I'm sorry. I don't think I got enough social interaction as a child because I grew up on a farm and there was like nobody around. So my social skills as a young child was pretty bad. It made it hard in school for me because I was like shy, and you know that doesn't really work well in school. So yeah, it's some issues, but I'm good at social stuff now. I'm a good communicator and everything. All right, we need to come down here and keep going until we get on that second dirt road, and then we're gonna go check out that cave. And I do have my headlamp with me. I brought the waterproof one, not because I think I'm gonna need it, but because why not? Just in case I do. All right, stupid freaking fencing. All right, yeah, we're doing good now. I love these, man. And like we have these power lines in New Jersey too. They weren't wooden power lines; they were the metal ones. But yeah, it was just like this. All right, and now we need to make a right to get up to the cave. I don't even want to look at my vehicle's chassis, but I will. I'm gonna have to probably put some new parts in this pretty soon. Oh, also, someone said my oil's low. But if your oil's low, wouldn't the little oil thing on your dashboard on the bottom right show low oil? I don't know. I'll show you how much oil I have. I think I have a decent amount in there. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could add some. Why take the chance, right? Can your car seize up? I think it can. No, the car doesn't seize up. The vehicle, the engine does. And here we are. Again, I don't know if this is the cave you're talking about, but we're going to check it out. We have... Yep, chassis completely destroyed. Oh, hello. Alright, chassis completely destroyed. Actually, this thing needs a lot of repairs. We need better timing belts, filter, and the oil is 140 of 211. I mean, that's not even half empty, right? And there's no dirtiness. I don't know. I think I'm okay with the oil. But I don't know. I'm not a car guy. Alright. Go, take that. I don't even know why I have this. And then take that and put it on. Save. And let's check this place out. Oh, I'm supposed to have the pickaxe. Because if there is a false wall in there, I need the pickaxe to destroy it. Let's see what we got. Yeah, not having the headlamp in here is like makes the caves like almost impossible. I'm not impossible, but really hard to find your way around because you can't really see much. This might not even be the cave the person was talking about, but I'm looking around. Oh, hold on. Ah. All right then. This is the cave the person was talking about. Ooh, what is this? Oh, okay. All right, I like what I'm seeing. I think I saw someone, yeah, I saw someone in my Discord show a picture of this place. I think they built here. Can I move this? Turn off, remove light bulb, smell, examine, extract, drink, empty. Okay, can't move it, unfortunately. Wait, can you like, is this an actual, yeah, it's a generator with a trailer. Hold on. Connected to lights. Okay, I don't think I have any gas with me. Do I care to go out and get some? Nah, it's fine. Very tough lock. Haha! I got what I need for that. Right. Oh boy. Ooh, more very tough locks. I love it when I see a very tough lock now. I don't know what's up with that one. Let's try again. Whoops. Let's try again. Tomahawk. Tomahawk's cool before you have the before you have the claw sword. That's the second best melee weapon in the game. Let me get some water down here. How much water? 35,000? 36,000? Nice. Ooh, actually MREs. Oh, we are seriously good. Use yeah, you don't want to use morphine. Yeah, we're good for the winter, man. Like for real. Oh, 6 MRE. Okay, we're done. We're done. I'm not farming any. Well, the thing is, you think you have enough for winter, but you forget that you have to eat that food to get to winter. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, you need, 200, pumpkins, but it's October, and the winter doesn't start until like November or December. You're gonna eat pumpkins to get to that point. So I'm probably good for food, but I can always. It's better to have too much, right? I can store it. There's no reason not to have too much. I don't want to get towards the end of winter and be like, oh boy, I have to go fishing now because I ran out of food. Alright, whatever. Whatever, bro. Frag grenades. We got that, and that. Tough lock. Not very tough. Right. Oh, I didn't see this one. You're hiding it on me. Okay. Charcoal tablets are good for when you get like indigestion and everything. I don't get that anymore now that I'm making my own food, but... Alright. Alright, super secret cave base. Alright, I'm gonna explore the rest of this cave. I think that's all there is to it, but I'm gonna still look around just because. That's the stuff I got last time, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. I don't think there's anything else here. It doesn't look like it. Got a zombie. You're a crawler. I don't care about you. Alright, yep, that's it. Alright, there's a... Oh, it's weird. Like, I've been watching Stranger Things, and from here it looked kind of like the blood thing, like an opening to a portal to the upside down, but then no, it's just oh, the trees are changing color. Oh, nice. That wasn't like that before, right? Oh, tell me the trees change color, and I'm gonna be even more in love with this game than I was before. Absolutely amazing. Okay, MREs are going in the freezer. I know they lasted for like 50 years, but whatever. I might as well freeze them anyway. This is where I put all my food that is like ready to eat, right? So look at all this grilled pumpkin. MREs. Actually, do I have any MREs in here? I might. MRE, yes I do. And MRE, nope. Okay, so one more. There we go. I mean, that's a lot of food right there. I don't know if I'm going to do any more farming. I don't know, I might. I keep saying that's the last time I'm going to do any farming. That's the last crops I'm going to plant, and then I plant them some more. I am getting like 2 crops per harvest now, so I'm not really sure what's up with that, but it's pretty cool. I'll take it. Let's go ahead and see. Harvest. Yeah, I mean 2 pumpkins per harvest. Pumpkins is the way to go. You know what's funny? You know what's really funny? I was looking at stuff I wanted to plant, and I'm like, what do I want to plant? Do I want to plant pumpkins? Do I want to plant carrots? Carrots are cool for carrot soup. I love the onions and the other thing. Onions and carrots? I'm not sure. Onions and something that makes a stir fry. I love all of that stuff. The thing is, though, pumpkins are so much better, and they're better for 2 reasons. Number 1, they cook faster. The stir fry is like 3 minutes and 40 seconds. The carrot soup's 2 minutes, something like that. The pumpkin's 50 seconds. But there's another reason the pumpkins are so awesome. Can anybody tell me why the pumpkins are so awesome besides the fact that you get 60 satiation for, 50 seconds of cooking? Why are pumpkins so awesome? 5. I'm giving you 5 seconds to answer before I tell you why. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They are so much easier to plant and harvest. It's not even funny. Like, you plant in order to plant 1 pumpkin worth of things, you have to plant 4 carrots. Like, let's say onions. Let's say I wanted to plant onions. It's 4 onions per. Now, putting down onions is not really that big of a deal, but harvesting them is painful because there's such a small hitbox, and you got to just kind of find the hitbox, harvest. Look over here, find the hitbox, harvest. It's a pain in the ass. Pumpkins are so much easier to harvest. Now, how much do you, like, I guess stir fry, let's see what stir fry is made with. I'm trying to figure out if you get more food per, vegetables or more food per pumpkins. I mean, probably no pumpkins. I guess pumpkins is a vegetable. I don't know. Maybe it's a fruit. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm trying to figure out which one's more efficient food-wise. Let me see what we need for stir fry. I know carrots, you get, I know for carrots, you can make carrot soup with carrot slices, which I think is twice as efficient as using the carrots. So I think you can get, for 4 carrots, I think you can get 8 carrot soup for 4 carrots, I think. But the thing is, the broth comes into play, and broth is not something, broth is kind of expensive. You can use bones to make it. I have a lot of broth. You can use bones to make broth, but once the bones are not something you're going to get like easily. There's bones out there, but once they're all gone, they're gone, and then like they're kind of hard to get after that point. What I'm trying to say is broth is kind of an expensive thing. If you're going to use something that's going to be renewable for broth, it's got to be vegetables, and it's very expensive when it comes to the vegetables. So let's say you have the broth. If you have the broth, then 4 carrots is worth, which is 1 pump. You could plant 4 carrots for 1 pumpkin. 4 carrots will give you, I think, 88 satiation. So compared to the pumpkins, 60. So I guess carrots, if you're not counting the broth, like if you have tons of broth and you don't have to worry about broth, then yeah, carrots are definitely more efficient. Although it takes, oh boy, here, think about this. It takes 8 minutes total to make 4 carrot soup, where it takes 50 seconds to make 1 pumpkin. Think about that. And yeah, that does matter. It matters to me. 8 minutes is a long time, man. So, all right, let's also look at stir fry. Stir fry. So stir fry is onions. Oh, it is onions and carrots. Okay. So for 1 onion and 1 carrot, you get 1 stir fry, which is 38%. Let's just say 40, just to make it, well, whatever. 38%. Here's the thing. In order to make stir fry, you could do 2 carrots and 2 onions. For the same space it takes for 1 pumpkin, and a pumpkin gives 60. So 80 minus 4, is it 76? 76%. So for 1 pumpkin worth of space, you can get 76% hunger satiation in the same amount of carrots and onions you could place instead of the pumpkin. Here's the problem though: 8 minutes, 8 minutes and 20 seconds. So the pumpkins might not be of utmost efficiency, but I really think that 50-second cooking time is kind of a deal breaker for a lot of those other things. I'm not saying I won't make stir fry. I'm not saying I won't make carrot soup. I'll make all of it, but the pumpkins are the way to go. Just, I guess, basically because they just take less time to cook. So, I don't know if you guys find that kind of talk interesting. I do, and like that's why I'm kind of talking to you about it. But I don't know, some people might tune out on that stuff, but, you know, it's interesting. I find it interesting. There's certain things that matter when cooking. Satiation, how much space it takes in the plant grow bed, and how long it takes to cook. Space and satiation, carrots and stir fry are definitely better. It's not even up for discussion. But, well, assuming broth is not an issue. That's why stir fry is so good, it doesn't take broth. But that 50 seconds per cook time on the pumpkins is kind of like, it kind of brings it up, like it just makes it so much better. So it's also easier to harvest. Anyway, I am going to call this one here. Let me know if you found that. Let me know if you find that that kind of, I don't know, strategy talk about food interesting or not. I'll stop talking about it if nobody wants to hear it, but I don't know. I think some people find it interesting. Anyway, if you ended up enjoying the video, please remember to uncage that like button. Also, if you're new here, please subscribe for more daily videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time, and until then, take it easy.